Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is November 9th, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. Check out all this cold air spilling out across the Pacific Ocean. California is to the right, and you might think this is the frontal system that's going to be rolling through here as we go through next week, but it is not. This is eventually going to become cut off here over the next day or two, and then a strong jet stream is going to race across the North Pacific Ocean. It's going to pick up this moisture here, and it's going to develop a deep trough across the west coast of North America, and it's going to bring a strong, potent frontal system all the way from Northern California, Central and Southern California. Some big rainfall amounts, some mountain snow, some big waves, some gusty winds, and we'll take a look at all of that in some detail here as we go through the video this morning. So right now, just the marine layer out there for some of Southern, Central California. You can see Mount Shasta on the GOES 18 satellite imagery, but a lot of places across the interior portions are dealing with some nice, glorious sunshine, including much of the Bay Area, Monterey Bay, northbound. So taking a look at the wet and unsettled weather returning here. Eureka National Weather Service talking about the low end of things here on the left versus the high end of things on the right. You can see the 25th and 75th percentile. So you probably should expect something in between this. And this goes from about Wednesday to Saturday coming up. And yeah, so some pretty good rainfall amounts rolling in here. And of course, still some uncertainty at this time frame. You know, we're still a few days out from the storm system. Same thing here for National Weather Service San Francisco, though they put the 10th and the 90th percentile here. So you're probably going to expect something in between this. But you see, even on the low end of things, you're still dealing with 1.25 inches at San Francisco, almost 1 inch for Sacramento, and potentially much more depending, again, just how strong this system is as it rolls in. Los Angeles talking about the marine weather statement. This is just for the low visibility along the immediate coastline. They're not putting out graphics for this storm system just yet. Not that I saw. That'll probably come here in the next day or two. Now, 100-meter wind speed. This is the European model. When can we expect these winds to start picking up? Well, let's go ahead and take a look here. You can still see we're getting northerly winds as we go through very early Tuesday morning, but by the time we get towards Wednesday, you'll see things start to shift up here. There goes the next frontal system. You see winds turn southerly as we go through the morning on Wednesday, and then we kind of kick up those winds across Northwest California. It gets windy north of the Bay Area down towards Monterey Bay as you're going through Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Some gusty winds all the way down through Southern California here as well as we go on in through the day on Thursday. And then maybe another system after that. It looks like maybe a bit of an inside slider, but we'll check out the details on that. We'll be watching that storm system as well over the next few days. Now, what's going on here across the Pacific Ocean is you got Japan to the far left, you got California here, and this is that cold air I showed you spilling down out across the Pacific Ocean. And if I put that into motion, you kind of see that low just get cut off from the polar jet to the north there. And then we wait as this next system kind of rolls across towards the west coast of North America, picks up some of that moisture, deep trough along the west coast, and that's when our frontal system will roll through the entire state of California. And then again, maybe a system after that, which we'll watch here over the next few days. So 500 millibars, you'll also see that same thing here. See that cutoff low get pinched off right there again between Hawaii and California. The next low and the deep trough get rolling here as we go on in through next week. And there goes our potent storm system right there. So yeah, fun stuff coming up here for weather lovers here across much of the state. Now, when does the precipitation start? Well, let's check it out here. And we're going to scroll on in through probably at some point on the day Wednesday, maybe even Wednesday morning. It starts to bring some precipitation towards the coastline. You see it starts to get a bit heavier as we go through Wednesday night, and then it gets really heavy as we go through Thursday morning. Look at that frontal system just ripping down all the way towards Monterey Bay at this point. We go later on into the morning here on Thursday, and it starts to impact places like Santa Barbara, Ventura County. Some very heavy rain is possible across the transverse range. It comes down towards Los Angeles County, Orange County, San Diego County, and even down into portions of Mexico. What a powerful storm system this is. And then we get another system rolling here as we go towards the end of that week as well. And we'll be watching that one, like I mentioned. Don't want to get into too many details on that just yet. So wave action, as you can see, we're kind of on the wane here for the next couple of days, but by the time we get on in towards the mid portion of the week, you'll see the waves return. There we go. Really starts to ramp up here probably on some portion of the day on Wednesday, and by Thursday we start to get some larger waves rolling in here. There's Thursday afternoon, you can clearly see the increase in some of this wave action, and then on Friday as well starts to propagate down much of the coastline here, so we got to watch out for some bigger waves rolling in as we go through the upcoming week here as well. Now, Artificial intelligence, let's see what it has to say. So there's that cutoff low, gets picked up, deep trough off our coastline. It shows our potent frontal system as well. And then the next system, again, a bit of an inside slider, depends on the track of that one and just how much moisture it's going to have to deal with. And then this kind of hangs out for a bit across the southwest USA. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a washout for California or Southern California or anything of that nature, but we will, we'll kind of pay attention to that. We'll see if that's going to change. It probably will at some point. We're looking kind of far off in the forecast there, almost 7, 8, 9, 10 days. The artificial intelligence is in pretty good agreement. I looked at this briefly. There goes our strong frontal system there, and then the next system rolls down here as we go on into the weekend and on into next week. So what kind of precipitation amounts can we expect on the latest ensemble member run here for the ensemble mean here for the artificial intelligence? Pretty bullish here. It's been showing up these 2+ inch totals as we go on in through, this would be about Monday afternoon on the 17th there. And this is about 200 hours out, but it's been very consistent with the amount of precipitation it's been showing across the state. So yeah, plentiful rainfall amounts, especially across the higher terrain of Southern California, Sierra Nevada, Northern California. Some of that maybe even getting across eastern portions here as we go on in through the 10-day period. Accumulated positive snow depth change in inches. Tongue twister for you. So taking a look as we go on in through Thursday morning. Look at some of these totals. This is not a cherry pick 10-to-1 snowfall ratio here. This is looking at what the European thinks is going to accumulate on the ground. 21 inches of snow for some areas. So you're looking between a few inches north, between much more, maybe between a foot or 2 feet here across portions of the Sierra Nevada. So again, very potent frontal system rolling in here. And the 6 to 10 day is in agreement here as we go through the 18th. Still the above average signal here across a lot of the southwest. But again, we don't worry too much about that one. I do like to show it there just for consistency. And check out my Cape Disappointment. Big waves, king tides up here on the Washington coast, just near the Oregon border as well. Click on that link if you like. Go to the Patreon page, which the link is down below as well. So anyway, so what else? We'll do this again tomorrow, and I'll catch you in the next forecast.